Okay, where has the day gone? Let me move on to the next daily pattern. Waiting for my phone. Sorry, folks. It is so slow. Okay, scroll down to pattern focus. Down to the next one, which is, whoops, that's the one I just did. No. I want this one. There we go. Backsplash Flower by Carrie Leffel. Looks like a grid pattern. So I'm not sure how it will go with our string, but you know, we will see. Draw your grid. In the grid, we're going to do corner to corner. And then we're going to aura that. All right. And then number 3, we're going to put some radial spokes, 3 of them coming out from the middle of that in each corner. Can you see that? Oops, gone the wrong direction. Okay, and then in the empty corners, we're going to put 3 petals so that you can shade or you can do variations, but when it comes all together as a grid, it looks like that. That's the plan here. So I am going to try that. How it's going to go on this string, however, what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to draw something on the top and then put that backsplash flower in the background. So I'm going to go ahead and do myself a little border, and I'm going to draw these little guys like that. One of those and one going here. Like that. And this needs a little bit of it right there, doesn't it? Yes. Okay, much better. Okay, I've made myself some sort of wormy thing. And then I'm going to put this backsplash flower in the background. Because I wanted to use that string in some manner. I like that though. I like the intertwined thing. I almost wish I had thought about it a little more and done this one behind here and then on top over here, but that's okay. Just all behind is fine. Okay, now I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to make a pencil grid. Like that. Something like that. And I'm just going to leave it as a pencil grid. I'm not going to draw it in as the dark grid, and that might change the look of it just a little bit. Okay, so one of these is going to have I'm going to go ahead and do this part inside the grid. Can you see what I'm doing? And then I'm going to do this part. Right? And then we're going to aura this like that and like this. And then in each corner, we're going to put, I feel like my pen's too thick. I felt like that for the last few drawings, that this 03 pen is just too thick for me. I'm not getting the detail I want in a smaller tangle. I feel like I have to make everything huge. It's not making me happy. I may have to go back to a different pen because this one is just too fat. Pattern itself is pretty simple to do and it's easy to remember from step to step, so that's always a good thing. Oh, I haven't put the thing in the middle. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Okay. I might as well just go ahead and make these little flowery things in the middle here, because that's where they're going to end up anyway. So I'm just going to do them all the way around. Like that. Like that. Okay. Next. goes across there so you don't see that at all. It's coming along. This one's just going to take a little while, and it's taking me some concentration. I have to actually think about what I'm doing, so conversation is kind of lacking, but yeah, I'm really not happy with this pen. It draws okay. I'm fine with the way it draws, and it's good for the designs that are big, but it's not so good for these designs that have small. I really want a thinner pen. I'm making do because I've committed myself to this pen for a while because I'm going to use the art supplies I have. I'm a firm believer in not wasting, and so if I have an art supply, I'm going to use it and use it up, but I may have to put it in, swap it out and put it in my travel journal bag because, man, that's big. I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing here. Because it's so thick, it would make a good one for me to like color in spaces with. Oh, I didn't go behind here. I do like it, especially if you zoom out. That's really pretty. Very delicate pattern in the background, and it's a good contrast to the wormy things that I have going on in the front here. It's just, I just do have to think really kind of hard about it. I'm not concerned that they're wonky. The wonky doesn't bother me. The thickness bothers me, but the wonky doesn't bother me. And that's just because I want to make a, like I wanted those lines closer together. And then when I do that, it gets really fat in there. See? That actually ends up, whoops. Come on, focus. It ends up almost touching, and that's not what I want. But in order to have the white space in between, I actually have to make my lines further away from each other than I really want to do. So, like I said, this pen, it's been fine for some of the designs, but some of these designs have been more intricate. I think I would have been fine if I'd made my squares bigger. I wouldn't have had a problem. I'm just having a hard time doing delicate stuff with it. I just need to remember that I've got this fatter pen and that I need to not design delicate things. And go ahead and just live with the more live with the more bigger designs with this pen. Now see, some people would think that they're doing a horrible job of doing this pattern because they're having issues with the materials. Sometimes it's your materials that you're working with. That happens a lot when I'm painting. And I appreciate the art teachers that I have that, you know, like Cinnamon Cooney, I really like her. And she says, you know, sometimes it's not you, it's your materials. That the materials are fighting you and you're not getting the result that you want, not because you can't do it, but because the materials are limiting you as to what you can do. This particular pen is limiting me as to how fine of and delicate of a drawing I can do. So, you know, I could become frustrated and say, I can't do this pattern because it's not doing what I want it to do. Well, it's not because I can't do the pattern. I'm clearly able to draw this pattern. You know, it's just the lines. I'm following the steps. I'm doing each one like I'm supposed to. It's just that I can't get that delicate look that I'm looking for because the pen just is too fat for that. So don't get frustrated with, you know, your materials. If you need to change them out, change them out. And I think I will. Probably sooner than later, maybe. I don't know. I think what I'm going to do is after I draw this one, I'm going to stop I'm going to actually look ahead. There's often I don't look ahead. Most of the time I don't look ahead. I don't look at what tomorrow's pattern is going to be today until I'm ready to sit down and draw it. That being said, I do 3 or 4 drawings in one day. So I do, you know, kind of look ahead because I'm drawing, you know. I might be drawing on Monday. I might be drawing Tuesdays or Wednesdays pattern. But I don't usually open up the thing and then ruminate about it in my head as to how I want to draw it. I draw it spontaneously is what I'm trying to say. And so I've made it a practice to not really open up the entire daily pattern library when it comes out. I don't look ahead. And I think I might look ahead and decide whether or not I want to continue with this pen for the rest of the week, or if I want to just you know, move this pen into a different location so that I'm using it in a different way. I'll still use it up, but not for my daily tangles, and move on to something else because I do think I might want a more delicate nib. Now, I don't usually go down to the 005. That's too thin for me. But some people just love it. They really embrace the super skinny, tiny, delicate parts of Tangles. And you know what? If that's your thing, then that's your thing. I have used it in the past, but it's not been my like go-to pen. I like the 01. And the O2s were fine. Those ones I was working with before were 02s. They were okay. This 03 has just gotten a little too chunky for me, and I'm just not happy with it. So I think I will change over. But I have to remember that I've done that and put it in my description, change my description, because I've become very aware that a lot of people want to use the exact product that I use. You know, you don't have to. Use whatever, use what you have or whatever is your favorite, you know. My favorite pen might not be your favorite pen, and that's okay. Like I said, I got these as a gift and I want to make sure I actually use them. I don't want to just leave them sitting. The worst thing I think is leaving them sit and to just dry up. That I think is a waste, and I don't want to be wasteful. But I can use it elsewhere. I can, you know, if it turns out it's not good for drawing Zentangle, I can use it in my art journaling or some other place, which is probably what I will do with it. And then this one will be, you know, I need my pencil for these last two because I need to know where I need to draw and where I don't need to draw. Does that make sense? You're going to not see any of that, but you're going to see that one and that one. And then this one, you won't see any of that. You won't see most of this. This is going to be behind, but you will see that and that. Okay. Just so I know what I will be seeing and won't be seeing. I will see this, and I'll see part of this, and I'll see part of that. And maybe that one. And then here, I'll see this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and that. And then I'll see that, and I will see that. And then I will see that and that. And here I will see that. All right, I think I got them all. I'm going to zoom back out. That was quite delicate and took a while. I'm going to erase all those guidelines. I like that I didn't draw this part, especially since my pen's so big. I did not draw the outside part, so you don't see these lines where these flower things are. Does that make sense? Right there, that cross piece right there, you don't see that because I didn't draw that. That was in pencil, and I think I'm glad I didn't do that because of how thick this pen is. You don't need it. It's fine without. Okay, so this one, it was called, what was it, Backsplash Flower. And how do I want this to live? Actually, no, I like it this way. Okay, little bit of shading on my little sneaky bits here where they overlap. And then where's my light source? My light source is going to be here, so I want a little bit of shading just in this curve here and on the outside of this curve here and the inside of this curve here. And the inside of this curve here. And here. And here. I think that's where I want it. Okay. The reason I keep turning my tile is so that my point of my blending stump is aiming toward that line where I want to keep my pencil, so that I don't smear it on the wrong side of the line. That's the reason I'm twisting and turning. There we go. Little snaky bits. And the Backsplash Flower. That's quite the little tangle, huh? I think that's good. I'm gonna zoom in just a little bit so you see the whole thing. All right, I will see you guys tomorrow. And like I said, I'll probably give myself a little quick run through the next few tiles, and I may change my pen. I'd like to use this pen through the rest of the week, so that when I do my upload, all of my supply information is the same for the week, but I might not, so we'll see. Okay, you guys have a great day. I will see you tomorrow, and have a blessed day. Bye-bye.